Okay. So super hot outside. So I came inside. Okay. Cool. Mm. Okay. So now I'm going to continue reading from my diary that I wrote while I was having a super psychedelic trip, influenced by, or started off by, um, Dune, For the Plants to Grow, Dune. And um, it was a wicked trip. And I was also not taking medication, and I felt super lucid because I was off plastic, off gas, raw vegan diet. So let's start off reading the thing that I said I would do for a raw vegan Christmas. I didn't get to accomplish all of it, but I tried my best. And I eventually gave in and had meat because there was just like so little to choose from in the house. Uh, and I was so sick of like eating raw beans and tomato sauce. I now have some mirrors and I already had a stone bowl from Colombia. So I'm gonna set up the mirrors in a box and then create a makeshift solar cooker so that I can heat up my beans and my couscous. Okay, so raw vegan Christmas meals. Cauliflower fried rice, cauliflower tabbouleh, coleslaw with lemon juice, Dijon mustard, and olive oil, tomato butter bean salad, tomato butter bean salad. Okay, avocado hummus and crudité, guacamole and crudité, ma- mango salad if there are mangoes. There were none as far as I was seeing. Tomato tuna, raw vegan poke bowl, peanuts and shell snack, salad, lettuce, tomato, black beans, corn, French dressing, pear, which is how we say avocado in Jamaica. Fruit salad, no melon, black bean and tomato sauce, and pepper with cauliflower rice. So yeah, I tried that. Then I looked up Florida water. I looked into what Florida water was. Florida water is perfume on a pig. It not go work. It not go work. Water based, more what? More difficult, huh? Water is the earth's blood. Blood fit in the body, not something. Air, vibration to be used, music, etc. Then, planet as a body. Humours, body, blood, yellow bile, black bile, and phlegm. So then I looked at what would it be in the body of the planet if the planet were a living being, a conscious being. Um, blood would be this blood. When I looked up what blood signified, um, because the humors have seasons. The humors have seasons, apparently, according to what I saw. I might not be a valid source of information, but blood is spring. That's a season, and it's related to the liver, blood. Yellow bile is summer. It's related to the gallbladder. Black bile is autumn. It's related to the spleen. Phlegm is winter, related to the brain and lungs. So I said water is the blood of the planet. Gallbladder breaks down fats with bile. So clay is the earth's fat. Rainwater, groundwater, etc. Phlegm. So this is not fully worked out. I was not fully satisfied with this because I don't know what the gallbladder for yellow bile really is. I guess Yeah, I don't know what yellow bile is. Summer. I don't know what yellow bile is as yet. If you have a clue, you can leave it in the comments. Clay is the earth's fat. Rainwater, groundwater, etc. I guess that's what I was saying. That's I don't I don't know. Phlegm, oil, mucus. Phlegm, which is oil, which is mucus. And phlegm is related to winter, the brains and lungs. And I didn't say what black no. Oh, black bile is oil. Duh. Black bile is oil. That's autumn, spleen, or autumn is another word is known as fall. So if you think about the fall from paradise, oil, black bile is the fall from paradise. So what would phlegm be? Winter, brains, lungs. Mm. Phlegm. What would phlegm be? Winter, brains, lungs. Yeah, I didn't feel good just now saying that phlegm is oil or mucus. I don't think that oil is mucus. It's black bile. Yeah, it's black bile. Um, which is autumn, the fall. Augustus uh falls within August falls within the fall, and Augustus gets stabbed in the back. Eights are difficult. Eights are difficult. Eight can be infinity, but infinity can be hell. Eight can be eating, and what you eat is not always great for the natural order of how the planet best functions. And I wouldn't even say order because it's not really orderly, is it? Nature is quite chaotic. But what would be phlegm? I didn't work that out. What's phlegm? Oh yeah, I skipped it because I was working. I was working too hard, and I felt like all the voices in my head were saying like, "Dude, this is a lot." We were tired. Um, phlegm. What's phlegm? But I still don't know what yellow bile is either. I didn't study biology. I didn't study geology, so that's to be worked out. With Humanure, population is a benefit to greenery. That's what I wrote on this page. With Humanure, population is a benefit to greenery. We think that the population is a problem in humanity causing us to die out, and that is just very far from the truth. Very far from the truth. With Humanure, population is a benefit to greenery. Humans can um, go to the bathroom and use what we expulse to grow trees and bushes and ground cover. And so what we're taking in from the planet, we could give back by planting more. So population is not a problem. And if we're going to go to other planets, then population definitely is not a problem. So I tried my grocery list again. 3 cauliflower, 2 broccoli, green onion, parsley, lemon fruit, cucumber, tomato, avocado, cabbage, carrot, peanuts, peanut butter glass jar. So peanut butter in a glass jar, no plastic. Apple, raisin, cinnamon leaf, corn, black beans, and if they have, I had on my if list, miso, edamame, nutritional yeast, sesame oil, Dijon mustard, no plastic chia seed, no plastic flaxseed, vegan mayo, sriracha, agave, and what's this? Balsamic. Yeah. Next thing. Once upon a time, there was a planet. Oh, this is a creation story or a fable. Once upon a time, there was a planet. It was a conscious being a quaint self-contemplative entity, floating through space without limbs but floating slowly. It had no mouth, but eventually decided to find a way to speak to the most conscious beings on its back. The plant grew wild, and the beings, humans actually, grew to have a means of plugging into this planet, to confer with the planet on a level above all other beings. I don't know if I would continue saying a level above all other beings. I think all other beings are pretty in tune with the planet as well. And there's a stomping happening upstairs. The humans' bodies had internal openings for the planet to connect to, and it would fill their bodies and minds and make them a superstructure. This superstructure, bound by cells of 6 sides of humans with nature binding them, was often the best vibration because it resembled bees out of nature's preferred creation, one of nature's preferred creations who helped her blossom. Just as any of us have a preferred body parts, so did she. Um, Again, for the critique, I would say that a lot of things are pollinators, not just bees. So butterflies are pollinators, even flies are pollinators. They spread stuff too, just by benefit of landing on something and going somewhere else. So even flies do that. Her skin cells, bees pollinate. What does the body do? What does that body? Eh? I have something. Okay. Her skin cells, which were bees who carried a good vibration as the pollinators covered her with greenery. I guess I'm looking at the atmosphere, her skin cells. Bees pollinate. What does that? But okay. So it's not skin cells. It's a question mark. Yeah. It's not skin cells. What would the bees be in the body? Some kind of like beneficial bacteria or something. Uh The people of Africa, the original home of humans, learned that the planet liked bees. So they took of their honey and drank it with milk so that it would mother them to become like her favorite. Some people who did not receive as much lifeblood at birth due to anemic mothers as needed to vibrated like bees when they smoked made a hollower sound when trying to work with the human bees in their family to make the sounds she loved so. So this is a bit racist because it's not even racist. It's not even racist because it's talking about all kind of black people, but it's just saying that if you're anemic, then you are a vampire, basically. You're hollow. I don't think it's anemia. I feel like that's a little bit too reductive. Um, Especially because if you are lacking one thing, you can supply it with something else. So let's not say anemia, but how would we say that? Um, okay, it could be some people who were very um, appetized by blood in their food, or blood in the womb, or blood appetized by blood, have like a very strong chemical reaction to blood. Um, no. Why would they be hollower? I'm not sure. Why would they be hollower? I don't know. They grew jealous and parted. Their cells were smaller, so when they smoked their minds formed groups of 5, a halfway number, and they decided to study wasps who were the predators of bees. Nature, being a generous to anything with life, allowed them to exist, but their sound was evident to the human bees as something to dislike. Ever since the inception of this jealousy, the human wasps have predated upon human bees and nature too, who they blamed for making them as they are. They used their sound to confuse and jam human bee signals. They ate human bees when they could. They would sometimes mate with human bees and create mule children. Oh Jesus, mule children. Oh wow, that sucks. That should not be in there. That's ugh, that's creepy. Eventually, they understood the body of the planet enough to know how to drain her humors. I'm glad I'm reading this a bit more lucid. And render her mad by jamming her signals when they plugged in. They thought of millions of ways to violate her body, reduce her consciousness because she protected the bees from them, and they were losing their war. The wrongness they felt from being born with less life force made them as they were, but nature was planning on healing them. Too late, however, as they jammed her signal by confusing the human bees. They drained her humors. It's not only the human bees that they would, well, they drained her humors and made it so when people would confer with her, she could not tell what they were and would mix them up with other things, especially if they had eaten it. So she could no longer see who her favorites were and who she disliked. Now, the human bees, even with their signals confused, want to bring her back to life, even if they are scattered, confused, and hunted. Earth is becoming hollow. She needs her humors restored. Synchronicities. Another section. In the car with the woman from the clinic, I thought about my father and they said mental health patient. Mommy was sleeping and her snores lined up with my thoughts, like she was agreeing. The cars almost honk or line up in the time to my thoughts. The taxi driver said he honked instead of using his lights because he was nervous. I think it's my noise pollution comment. When I'm outside or on the road, lights for less noise. Sounds I was sensitive to before aren't terrible anymore. I keep stitching together information that sounds really odd but makes sense. TV shows and movies I watch have truth in them. Books and even songs too. All my entertainment is related to truth. Nazi cannot see magic and beauty in nature. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure about that. Well, nature consists of human beings as well. So yeah, there's some magic that they can't see and some beauty that they can't see in nature. Somebody I went to school with, when I slapped their back, it was hollow and resonant. That person, their mother killed their cat. In hospital, a guy wore a shirt called Bad Bunny. This person, whose back was hollow, works in pharmaceuticals. Watching TV with someone, there was a bunny eating ice cream that it couldn't stomach, like that person. I dreamt of that person trying to hurt me in my dream, and I stapled up their insides like Bonnie. Oops, like, oh, uh, the person can't drink Coca-Cola without issue. This person, someone who I care about, the fifth article on their page was about a concept called the empty man. Bibi Borelli sings Hollow, one of the first songs I found on Tidal. Bibi Borelli wrote Bitch Better Have My Money. As me do the line drawing on the phone, a bitch take it up and post how art therapy. Everyone is slaving and raping me, and I invited the self-sacrifice. People are feeding off my mind to survive like zombies. There was a doppelganger of a friend that I saw. There was also a doppelganger, a black doppelganger for somebody on the ward where I was. AI challenge. Brazil need to challenge. What? I don't know what that means. With the AI threat, we have to remove bureaucracy from online spaces like Jamaica is already doing. Air gapped. Physical bureaucracy, a handwritten, hemp and grass paper. I don't know if you can make paper from grass, but I feel like you should be able to. The first COP was in Berlin. I want to do a variety show, DIY virtuality, so I planned it out. Comic dark satire. Format freeform. Location Portland and one new location annually. Topics life, personal growth, art, politics, sustainability, and vulnerability with humor and dark satire. Products various art, comics, music, film stuff, podcasts, etc. Employees remote and local, free to work on compound. I don't like the word compound. Or buzz around elsewhere. Main message love conquers all. What is this? Magic and mystic reawakening. Number one. Carefully planned out technological strife against predators. Number two. Epigenetic response to slavery and all that goes with it, all that was sanitized about it and made sterile for us to forget what slavery really means. Number three. I wrote, I keep worrying about, and then the rest is incoherent. People, put, I keep worrying about, blah, 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 blah. My dream to realize. We are in Portland. My mom has her house, but me and my friends and lovers have a compound. I don't like compound. Oh, actually, maybe I do like compound. Maybe I do like compound. Compound. Oh, that's hot. Okay. Okay, compound. Okay. There is a public area, a work area, and home. The public area is a rainbow crystal lands type area to teach about earth care. The work area is for fast forward and development gap. The home area is for me and my loved ones. We make a natural sheltered pool around the tree up on the property. And then some people, including Timothy Chalamet, and eventually someone. Okay, so I have two shows in mind. One is with some people that I've lived with, or just all my friends, and one is with a little subsection of people. But it can be any. It's freeform. And I go into the pool to film philosophical discussion about the state of the world or record audio. We talk about the world we have inhabited and the new world we wish for. During this time, a trial is held on international waters dealing with the predators who have made this planet unlivable. The only way for me to remain a healthy person is to have the former to get me through the latter, or something similar to it. Lots of love to make it through the horror we will observe. Friends we work with will have their own cabin to hang out with. Celebrities will join our show. We can probably use immersion heater batter to turn the pool warm if we want. The truth will be difficult at first, so we will share as though discussing our favorite conspiracy theories in a segment with our guests. Ugh, ugh. Next thing we'll say, this doesn't sound like a conspiracy. Bring on an expert to consult with. Pro detective. The trials turn into something bigger. Human beings have predators. They are hollow inside, empty men walking around, hunting us, for farming us, fattening us for the slaughter. The trial sends them to their prisons until we learn what fills an empty person. And then I have an old um grocery list for when I was eating dairy and cooking things on the stove. Cheese, frozen greens, pasta, noodle, pesto, Maggi veg soup. It's a Maggi vegetable soup seasoning, but you can also use it on rice. Crackers, tomato and olive tapenade, coconut milk, frozen mixed vegetables, curry, jerk seasoning, tofu, Febreze, bell peppers, bagel, cereal slash muesli, soy milk, Lasco, which turns out it has dairy, couscous, tang, cashews, eggplant, zucchini, sun-dried tomatoes, bread, veggie burger. I didn't get all of those things. I never get all the things on my grocery list. And then I said Jamaicans not easy. And then I have a message to self about what to do. And then the last page is I feel vulnerable all the time. It's not nice. And then upside down it says make and put things on top and second shelf. White is color scheme with touches of nature. That was what we wanted to do for Christmas. That is not what happened. Okay. Well, I don't want to be here at 4:20. I'm not interested. Today is a day where I shun that, and most days I shun that number. Um, I don't want any more Nazis around. I don't want um, any more death cultists around. I don't want people putting me in danger. And I lost the second recording, but we can go back to that. That's also going to be on the show. Hmm. Okay, see you boo boos in a bit. I will find something else to do on the live stream. Since I finished reading this book, I'm going to read the other book.